Is up, guys? Trevor Tulip's back with another video. You like my shirt? Little puppy. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all another tournament strategy. It's pretty similar to my previous video, which I got 211 million on, but this time I got a whopping 240 mil almost. And yeah, before we get into our team, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys to please like and subscribe. I just started this channel, and I'm hoping to pump out videos every 3 days with content to help y'all, anime adventures, maybe even other games. But yeah, for our team, we're gonna start with Itochi. He's our main damage for this. Make sure you have his Relic. I have pretty decent stats on it, but anything should be fine. I have Celestial and SS damage on him. I got really lucky, but if you have anything close to this, you'll probably do just fine. Then our second most damage will be Metal Knight. I just grinded for his best relic, the Miracle Timepiece. I got pretty decent stats, but I got ice damage, so it's like eh. Then I have Reaper, but anything remotely good, you'll do fine. Then we're bringing Wendy to buff our main damage. They're both magic, so they'll almost permanently have plus 30% damage. And then for our support, bring Goju, and make sure you have his SPA around mine. Upwards of 7.3 seconds should be just fine, but that'll make sure that you get 4 abilities off towards the end of this tournament, which is when you get the most damage. So yeah. And then for our one farm, we're just bringing Bulma. We don't need speed card for this because by the end of the tournament we'll have our 3 itachis maxed and our 2 Metal Knights very close to being maxed. And then for our slows, I'm bringing Emilia. Any slows should be fine, but I think she is the best. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Before I start, I really quickly just want to mention that in this video, I'm only going to get like 235 mil, but my actual high score is just under 240 mil. And the reason I got a little bit less was because I'm just barely lagging while I'm recording. I got lucky enough to actually get a good run on film, but normally without recording I would always do perfectly fine and get my normal high score. But yeah, so we're gonna start here with one Itochi at the first bend, and then just one kind of in the back. We're gonna sell the one in the back in a little bit, and then you'll place down your Bulma, and you will place your third Itochi where we placed the first one once the female Titan that has around 77,000 health comes out. And once she comes out, you can also sell the one in the back and put it next to the other two. Everything I'm doing here will be put in the description. I'll have a complete list of all the steps and just what to do that y'all can follow. I'll also be sure to put all my stats on my units. But for now, you're just going to be maxing out your Bulma. You won't really have to upgrade any Itachis until she's maxed, but you can upgrade one of them a little bit if you need to. Around wave 6 is when you should be maxing out your Bulma finally, and after you do that, you can go ahead and start upgrading your Itachis one at a time. You most likely won't need any support here, but if you are getting overrun by Titans, you can place your Goju down or even your slows, but you should be fine through here while you're upgrading. Once you're pretty close to upgrading all of your Itachis to max, you can go ahead and start putting your Wendys down. As you can see, I'm doing a little V formation here under the tree right there, and you just want to make sure that you are getting the right side of the roof right next to them, and also your Itachis in the range, because you're going to put your Metal Knights right up here. You're going to put one very, like, all the way up top in the corner, and then the second one as close to the other one as you can. And when you start upgrading your Metal Knights, upgrade one at a time up to the upgrade that costs 15,000. You'll buy that one, and then move on to the next Metal Knight. Eventually, we will buy the upgrade that costs 20,000, but we won't do it yet. And you will not be buying the upgrade that costs 21,000. It's just not worth the money. Eventually, towards the end of this run, we will sell the Metal Knights and put them at the end of the track, just for a little bit more damage. You can go ahead and start placing your Emilias down. You can see I put one right towards the beginning of the track. Once you get to wave 25, go ahead and turn auto skip off. I did wait just a little bit too long, and I skipped the wave. It doesn't really matter for me here because I'll kill them so quickly, but just make sure so you don't get overrun to turn it off at wave 25 and not 26 like me. But you can go ahead here and start putting all of your Emilias down, or just your slows. Put Goju down, make sure to activate your time stop. I'm just making sure I cover the entire map with my Emilias. for this next boss that's upcoming, the Jaw Titan, he's very, very fast. So you can use a time stop. I don't use one here. But so if you make sure you have your Wendys constantly up, you should have enough damage to just kill him before he gets to the end without using a time stop. But if you have to, make sure you use it right as he spawns or right when he starts taking damage, because you will need a time stop for the next boss. For this female Titan, you will want to use a time stop for her. You may need to use 2 if you don't have as much damage as I do. She does get pretty far, but you should be fine with just 1. Okay, this is the part where majority of the damage comes from. You are going to want to make sure you skip the wave as soon as the window pops up, and you will have the goal is to have the Beast Titan and the Warhammer Titan behind it group up, so your Wendell Knights and Itachis are both doing damage to them at the same time. And this is the most important part, to have your Wendys constantly activated. You'll use a time stop as soon as the Warhammer Titan starts taking any damage. And you just need to make sure your Wendys are constantly up. If they're not like able to be activated because the Beast Titan is stunning them, you can go ahead and sell them and then replace them, and it should work. It honestly seems like there's so much RNG that goes into this. It's all about like whether or not your Itachis are getting stunned by the Beast Titan. Your Metal Knights should get stunned a lot, so you do less damage there. Your Gojos could get stunned as you're about to use your ability, and you lose like 2 seconds because of that. Every second really matters in this. But eventually we will be turning on auto skip wave, and we will have more money coming in, so you can upgrade your Metal Knights to the 20,000 ability. But remember, don't go past that. You're just going to keep making sure you're using your abilities whenever you need to. A trick is to just look at your units, and once they stop glowing, you know you can upgrade, or you can use a Wendy again. You do need to make sure though to not use a Wendy while a Wendy is already activated, because then you will, for some reason it just makes the ability go away and they don't get the damage buff anymore for however long until you have another upgrade or another ability. But yeah, so as you see here, I skipped the wave, and we eventually will sell this Emilia in the back. It would be better for you to turn on auto skip wave on now. I don't, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why. But yeah, I'm just making sure I'm using all my abilities when I have them up. I should be getting ready to use a Goju ability again here. There we go. The goal right now is to have the female Titan in the back catch up to the other 2 Titans, so that I can do even more damage with all my units. Now here I'm looking at the range of my Metal Knights, and once the Titans get out of range, I'll go ahead and move them to the other roof over here, and I'll upgrade them each a little bit. Now this is why we were skipping more waves, so we had more money to upgrade our Metal Knights at the very end like this. Now right here, I'm gonna wait just a little bit to activate my Goju ability. I want to make sure all 3 of the Titans are grouped up like they are right now, so my Itachis and Metal Knights are all hitting all 3 Titans at once. So I'm just doing as much damage as I possibly can right now. Now, like I said, there certainly is a good bit of RNG that goes into this, like with your abilities, and just whether or not your main damage gets stunned by the Beast Titan. Right here, I got just under 236 million damage. My high score is almost 240 million damage. But yeah, if I wasn't filming, I certainly would have done a little bit more damage. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. If you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. Let me know how you did in the comments.